Hello and welcome to this episode of Keep It Positive, Sweetie. Guys, today I have my baby mother.
My baby mother, never let her go.
Eva. The one, the only Eva Marcille. And Eva, first, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me. I could not be more excited and proud of this journey.
Thank you.
Is exactly what the people need. It is feeding, it is yummy, it is nutritious. So thank you for having me on the couch.
Thank you so much. Thank you. To start the day off, I want to start. I usually start with a song or a quote.
Okay.
So I'm going to do a quote.
I can't sing.
Okay,
Do
no,
a
I got
quote.
you. I'm gonna do. Oh my God, I should have sung, but listen, I've lost my voice. It's gone.
Impossible. You can't lose your voice. It's in there. It is in there.
Deep in there.
Deep in there.
Got my
God buries
tenor.
those gifts.
I'm on the third row.
Yeah.
In the tenor section.
Tenalto. We're tenor altos over here. Tenalto.
Yes, tenaltos. Hilarious. But you said once, I've learned that I can only live for myself. I cannot focus on the world's idea of who they think I am or who I'm supposed to be. I can only be the best me. And if that means that even though I'm eligible and should be in a relationship, maybe I shouldn't be right now because I'm not emotionally available.
Yes.
Baby, first of all, let's talk about, you are very confident. Like, you don't care about what anybody thinks. I remember when I first was introduced to Eva, it was America's Next Top Model, and you were just so fearless. You were a matter of fact, don't take no shit. And now that I know you, I'm like, that is who
her.
Yeah, literally, that is who she is.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So, just tell me a little bit about your journey. I know you grew up in Los Angeles.
Yeah, grew up in South Central Los Angeles, which is very different than like the West Corridor or Beverly Hills.
Right.
I'm not from a whole lot of money.
Okay.
From very meager beginnings, but I was raised by an extremely smart mother. She went to UCLA. She was a part of Women's Lib. She was very unapologetically black. She was the lady with the nose ring and an afro at work when no one else was supposed to wear them.
Yep, love it.
And my father is a jazz musician.
Wow.
And so growing up in a musically inclined family, along with a woman who was all about her business and knew that what she got in life was what she worked for, and that what she deserved in life would never be handed to her. She had to take it.
Wow.
And being the only girl, 3 brothers, growing up in South Central, I didn't realize I was a girl for quite some time. Like, I was the girl that we would go swimming at the beach, and my mom would say, "You have to put your shirt on." And I'm like, "But my brothers aren't wearing shirts. They have on shirts." They're like, "No, you're not like them.
Yes.
You're not like them. You are different and you are unique.
Wow.
You can't do what they do."
Right.
And that was my first teacher and lesson of, you don't do what everyone else does because you're not like everyone else. And accepting that, because sometimes you just want to be a part of the group. You just want to be a part of the fold. Everybody wants to be, included. But sometimes you learn, or I learned, that it's not for me to be with everyone and for everyone. I'm for one person. It's God's purpose, and whatever purpose He has for me, I use that in my day. So if it's a person I meet at a bar, if it's somebody on a corner, but the way I distribute myself, I've had to be very selective about.
Absolutely.
Because people will always have opinions, but their opinions don't define me.
I love
They
that.
can't.
I love that. Speaking of opinions, I remember on America's Next Top Model, you were very a matter of fact, like Eva the diva,
Yes.
and sometimes a little catty.
Yes.
When you look back at, you were like 19. How old were you then? 18, 19?
18.
18.
That's 18.
You had even at that young age, you were like, you owned it. Like, as soon as you walked on,
I give that to college, though.
Okay, tell me about that.
So I was going to Clark Atlanta University while I did America's Next Top Model.
Wow.
Clark Atlanta University, which used to be Clark College, home of W.E.B. Du Bois, our school's motto is find a way or make one. That is what life is.
Yeah.
You find your way or you make you a way. And so I remember even coming to Atlanta, being in school, you get compared to all the other women. I didn't understand what a shouty red was. When I got here, I remember a guy going, "God damn, shouty red." And I was like, is that a compliment?
Right.
What does that mean? But he expressed that. He's like, you look good, but you just gain a little bit of weight. Then you gain some weight, and then people are like, you're too big, you need to lose weight. Or you're too tall, you need to, you know, petite girls are in. Or you're too petite, you need to be, someone always has an opinion. There's always some idea of who you are. So I decided, I'm gonna determine who I am.
Yeah.
So I can't listen to the distraction, the outside noise of all these different people. Because if you go to school in the AUC, everyone is from somewhere else. You got a New York swag, you got people from Texas, you got even California, you got NoCal and SoCal. You know, we get hyphy and we keep it relaxed. Like, it's very different. So deciding who I was and going on the journey of discovering who I was very important to me while I learned my blackness in college.
Wow.
And then you stuck me into America's Next Top Model at the same time.
At the same time. How did that even come about?
Wow. Top Model's origin story is crazy. So I used to love watching the fashion shows on the Style Network. 9 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, I would sit and I would watch. And I'm like, oh my God, Isaac Mizrahi. Oh my God, like I loved watching the shows. Wow. So that was my thing. Okay. And I love fashion, but didn't always have money. So because of that, I figured I'd make my own clothes.
Wow.
Make it do what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So in school, not boasting, but if I wore it on Monday, they wore it on Wednesday. Like, it was just a trend setting. Like, I loved it, but it was just a different swag. Yeah. And so I would see all the beautiful girls, and I decided I want to do the fashion shows. So I would walk some fashion shows, and I would design some fashion shows. Wow. So that's how I got into, like, the fashion world at Clark. I was on the dean's list, super academic, Debate and Forensic Society. Wow. So that was, like, my outlet, my release. And I remember one Saturday, a girl coming up to me in the quad saying, hey, Tyra Banks is doing that Top Model show. She's auditioning here in Atlanta. Do you want to go try out? Yeah. So I was like, cool, I got to go to work at Dillard's at 3, so we can go now, but I got to go to work after that. The line is crazy out of the door.
Oh my gosh.
So I realized I got to go to work and make my money. I'm not sitting in this line. But something in me jolted. Something in me was like, what is this thing about? So I researched it. The next audition was in Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis. So I drove my little Nissan Sentra with a donut on one tire.
You are lying to me.
Cannot make this up. We did not have a hotel room. I was with my friend Liz. We didn't have a hotel room. I had just enough money to make it to Atlanta, to Memphis and back. Wow. I did not plan on staying overnight. I was just driving, doing the audition, coming back. Now, guys, read subtext. Because what I didn't read was, this was callbacks. I had no clue.
She skipped
that. I didn't even know what a callback was.
Right.
Had no idea. So drive to this hotel ballroom that's hosting the auditions after work late one night. I mean, I washed up in the bathroom, put on my little jeans and my little tank top. Remember, I had flats. I never wore heels. Didn't know how to put on mascara in the first, no makeup, nothing. Rinsed my face, moisturized, and walked in there.
Wow.
So I'm sitting down. I'll never remember. I was number 33. They put the little number on my chest like a track star, like I was in the marathon. And they called the first group. It was 1 through 40. I stand up, said, say your name and tell me where we first saw you.
Oh my gosh.
So I was like, ooh, Lord, I ain't trying to waste a sin on a lie right now. But how am I going to answer this?
Yes.
I said, whoa, I first saw you in Atlanta. Because I did, technically. They didn't see me, but I saw them. I first saw you in Atlanta. And they did an audition. I remember they asked a few people to stay. I was one of the few they asked to stay. 7 hours later, they released us and said, everybody, you guys can go. And they said, you'll be getting a phone call within the next 2 weeks. Wow. Now, to know me is to know I'm a hustler. I always got 3 hustles. Yes. Always. So I worked at school. I was on full scholarship and Dean's List, got all the refund checks. And I worked at Baker's and Dillard's. So I'm at work with my cell phone, like waiting for it to go off, waiting for it to go off. And one night, it was like 11:30 Eastern time, and I get a phone call. This guy's like, hey, this is Ian from America's Next Top Model. And I thought it was my brother.
Playing.
So I hung up the phone.
Even.
I hung up on my blessing.
No.
But then when God got a blessing for you, he gonna call it back. Listen, because that blessing called back, and Ian goes, hey, no, he wasn't as enthusiastic this time.
Right.
He wasn't like, hey. He was like, hey, don't hang up.
This is really me.
This is Ian from Top Model. We want you to come to Los Angeles for the semifinal rounds. Oh my I need you to to have a camcorder and record yourself when we make the next phone call. I'm broke. Who's getting a camcorder? Who has the camcorder?
Was it even were camera phones out then?
2001.
Oh yeah, no.
So no, we all had sidekicks. We were
yes.
flipping and chirping.
Sure was.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It was then. So I remember my friend Noel used his dad's credit card, went and got a camcorder. Recorded me, and we wrapped that thing up and took it back to the store.
That's what. Hey,
but
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Gotta do what you gotta do. But he recorded me, and next thing I know, I had a ticket to LA, and I went through the process and ended up not only getting chosen to be on the show, winning the show, but I think the biggest nod and flex. It's not just winning the show, it is showing that beauty comes in so many different forms.
It does.
And this is a form that was not normalized before I did Top Model. You saw a girl like me, and you wouldn't see her on the cover of a magazine. Now today, it's like, clearly, why not?
Yeah.
So I love that Tyra took a chance on me, a chance on shifting to the perspective of people and what beauty looks like.
Yes.
And I mean, I owe so much of my career to her. Wow. She gave me a leg up where no one else even cared. Yeah. Then she managed me.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yes, I'm the only person. Tyra, how many people you did? Because it must have been at least 500 models she has broke. But she and Benny Medina managed my career. And that's really what started me off.
That makes a lot of sense. Because I was going to ask you, after you got thrust into fame from going from college to being America's Next Top Model, the first one, like, what was that adjustment like? And I guess Tyra did help you adjust to that.
Tyra helped me be selective about my career choices. She taught me to earn it every day. Whatever I did yesterday was yesterday. Yeah, wow. You got to do whatever you want for tomorrow has to be done today. And once today is over, tomorrow is the next, God willing. So she taught me that. She taught me that less was more in everything, hair, makeup, clothing. Less is more. Use your gifts. I have a gift of fashion. And in the fashion business, you'd be surprised. You wouldn't be, because you know this business. A lot of beautifully dressed people out there that don't have a clue how to put their outfits together. Oh, absolutely. Have no fashion sense. So she's like, use your strengths. Yeah. Tap into your talents. But when it came to adjusting to this business, I think Tyra was so famous for so long, and I was so new. There was definitely a large space between when she first broke. Absolutely, yeah. And then when she started breaking other people. She broke at 16 in Paris, you know what I mean? I met T way later. So my adjustment has been a lot for me, is just staying grounded to my faith. Yes. There's so many rooms I've been in, and it's just me and God. It's just me and him. Yeah. He's the only one that's always, 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 always been there. Always. That's it. So I knew he needed to stay my foundation. And my friends, I only keep lights around me. I only try to keep people around me that bring me light, bring me positivity. And I didn't think I was ready for this business, but I think more so this business didn't think they was ready for me. Baby, because what? Yes. So I think that's more so what it is that I was dropped into a business that we were redefining what this thing looked like anyway. Absolutely, yeah. So the idea of norms and who you're supposed to be and all the whispers in your ear, just do you. Just do you. Just do you, accept what God allows, what he has for you, he has. Yeah. Sometimes what you want is not what God has for you. My mom always taught me God has 3 answers. Right. Yes, yes, but wait. No, because I have something better. Right. Those are the only 3 answers he's ever going to give you. Wow. I like that. So I just figured out which one was my yes. Yes, but wait. Wait, yes. Or no, because I have something way better. And it's always worked. And it's always, if it's a no, it's always something better. It's always something better. And you'll be grateful that that didn't happen. You're like, oh, thank God I dodged that bullet. But we forced our way so much. You try to force our way, try to make them understand. Yes. And for me, leaning into being Black was my joy.
Wow. Because you are unapologetically Black.
I love being Black.
Did that come from your mother? Because you talk about your mom was very...
My mother and my father are both Panthers.
What?
Yes, my mom and dad. And imagine my daddy, because he's very sandy hair and blue eyes. So don't get it twisted. But this big Black man raised in Detroit, Michigan, will let you know our Blackness. We shopped at stores only that were owned by Black, recycled Black dollars. Leimert Park was our stumping grounds. Everything we did to recycle it within the community.
I love it.
And learning my history and knowing my history, understanding my strength that they tried to rip away from us. I think I know that is my power.
It is. I see it.
And I love being Black. I love motivating other Black and brown people to understand who they are.
Yeah.
And so many times we get an opportunity and we get to a certain place in life and we're like, okay, great. Now let's go in the rooms with the other ones because now I can go in there. No. That's not the key.
Yeah.
The key is now to usher in more people into our rooms.
Talk about, because people do that.
They do.
They do. They're like, okay, now I made it this way. Let me go ahead and get it. No.
That's not what it is. What it is now my 9-year-old daughter who went to school the other day, who has locks in her hair, went there with her curls, and the
so
girls
cute.
looking at her and seeing how beautiful it is and having pride in that. You know, I'm 38. I remember 30 years ago, we tried to push her hair down. My hair big.
Yes.
Push it down, try to shrink, to not be
Sure did. Yeah.
who we truly are in life, who God intended us to be.
Yes.
So I stopped apologizing for being bold, for being inquisitive, for being outspoken, for being happy. I think that's not everybody want to be serious all the time. I'm happy.
You are
What's
happy.
going on? You know,
Right.
find your
That is
joy.
you. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so me being unapologetically Black, it definitely comes from my parents, comes from my neighborhood, and it comes from my schooling, my education.
I love that. How does that translate when it comes to business? Because I know as a woman, it's hard to navigate this industry. And you've made some amazing boss moves. Tell me some of those things, some of the roadblocks or things that you've ran into when it comes to being a woman where you really had to put the
cap on.
Yeah,
being in this business, being a minority is already difficult. Being a woman, there is an expectation that you're not as smart as you are pretty.
Oof.
That's the most frustrating one.
Yes.
Because I'm way smarter than I am pretty, and mama's cute.
Andy is.
So your brains, you got to lead with your brains.
Yeah.
When it comes to, what was the initial question?
How have you navigated being a woman?
Yes. So that I am smarter than I am pretty, that I deserve everything on this table, if not more.
Yes.
And them understanding that. And the power of my negotiation is my ability to say no. I taught them, or the business, they need me as much as I need that dollar.
Yeah.
And I can go find a dollar somewhere else, but you're never going to find another me. So that's the power of my negotiation.
That's a word. Yes.
You know what I mean? Like if I say no, so cool, you got a huge bag, say it's a $2 million deal on the table, but you know you should get 4.
Yeah.
You know you should get 4. Even though 2 is good, you know you should get 4.
Yeah.
You say no. And then gonna leave that money on the table? I'm not gonna leave that money on the table. I'm gonna go pick up this other money. Because the bag that is for me is for me. You're not gonna find another me.
Yeah.
And the strength is in knowing that.
Yes.
And so sometimes you have to say no. One of my old managers, Jerome Martin, I remember young in my career. I'm like, what you mean no?
Right. We're not leaving no money on the table.
$120,000.
Right.
What you mean no? It seems like an easy job to me. I can do it.
I'm like, we sure we're gonna leave this?
So you sure we want to leave it?
Yes, I'm sure. Dinorah be like, yeah. I'm like, it is.
Exactly. You like your Dinorah.
Yes.
That's what God blessed me with. The Dinorahs of the world that have said, no, baby girl.
You're worth more.
You're worth more.
Yes.
You're worth more. And learning that worth, you pull up. I remember my radio contract. I'm not gonna talk numbers, but I will say, ain't nobody seen a contract like mine.
I know that's right.
No, and it's only because I was willing to say no so many times. They realized, like, get this lady what she wants because we need her on the radio.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Or give her what she wants because we need her in this campaign. So if I have to find that much more, you can, or just go get somebody else.
Yeah.
Get somebody else and let them do it.
Yeah.
Promise you they'll come back to you.
Yep.
I promise you, because they can't find another you.
Wow.
So the power of my negotiation and my woman has been the fact that I know that I'm a superhuman. I can do the things that most can't do. I can give life.
Hello.
I did it 3 times.
And did.
So God reminds me all the time,
Yes.
baby, what I created in you, don't let these people tell you who you are.
Right.
If this is what you want, then go get it. If this is not what you want, then wait. I got something better.
Oh, I love that. That's so good. So good. You talked about radio. I know you're an actor. When did you decide that from modeling you wanted to be an actor?
I always loved acting. Always loved acting. First play I ever did in elementary school, played an African princess named Obatala.
Oh, how fitting.
Yeah. How fitting, right? Love my roots.
Right.
But I was the kid that I was really, really smart and I did a lot of things scholastically. So I wanted to do something in arts too, because my father was a musician. So we had to play a sport and we had to play an instrument. So my first,
what instrument you play?
the piano, the trombone, the guitar.
What? Wow.
Taught myself the guitar.
That's awesome.
Trombone is my best instrument. My dad played trombone. His dad played trombone.
Now the trombone is it big?
It's very big. I got the arms.
It's deep. Like
Yeah.
Okay. The
The
trumpet's
long slide. Trumpet's up here.
Okay, tuba. I'm thinking tuba. I'm like, no, that was a big.
Tuba, she go
That
up
was
here.
huge. I was like, that was bigger than
But
you.
she's a win though.
Okay, that's what I was thinking about.
She's a win. Those are all win instruments. But my grandfather played the trombone. So my dad played. My dad said, "What instrument do you want to play?" And I was like forced to play the piano growing up.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Ooh, anything but the piano." I'll play the trombone. Worst, best decision ever.
Wow.
Because it's my dad's instrument. So I was in his studio every day.
Yeah.
We're out there playing. And so in school, I can't sing. It's not my ministry.
Yeah.
Not the best dancer, though I can wind. I am black. I do got rhythm. But I cannot dance. Like choreography like that. 1, 2, 3. I can't do that. Janet, you got it. So, but I can play the trombone.
Okay.
So I decided I'm going to be in the orchestra.
Wow.
So I was in the orchestra for all the plays. And then once I got to high school, I decided I want to be in these plays. So there's a man by the name of Mark Swinton, who was my high school drama teacher.
We love you, Mark.
Y'all might know Mark. I ran into him at Neiman's the other day shopping.
Listen, the Mark gonna be sharp.
He's going to be fly.
every time you see him.
So Mr. Swinton, I still call him Mr. Swinton. Sorry, Mr. Swinton. Mr. Swinton, he burst something in me. He said, you don't have to be able to sing or dance to be an actress.
Wow.
You are a star. And I'm like, so you gonna make me Effie? You can't be Effie. And Dream, you're not gonna be Effie. You can't be Dina. No. You can't be L'Oreal. You're none of those characters. But I'm gonna find something for you.
Wow.
He found something for me in every single play that I could do. That was my best.
Wow.
And then each play, he would challenge me again and again and again. And so then when I went to college, same thing, went on scholarship. What's my outlet? The AUC players.
Yeah.
So the CAU players, the AUC players, it's basically a theater group. So I just did it for fun
Gotcha.
and enjoyed it. I always loved it. It was my outlet.
Yeah.
Then I went to Top Model. Tay Diggs did an acting challenge on Top Model. And that's how I got to know him.
Oh, okay.
Cut to first TV show, I get an audition. I'm modeling, not acting, just modeling. My modeling agent hits me up and says, hey, there's an audition for you to do this show called Kevin Hill, playing Tay Diggs' girlfriend. She's a model. I was like, okay, cool. Are there words?
Right. Hello.
Like, is it a photo shoot? What are we doing? They're like,
Right.
no, they're lines. So send me the script. I audition. I got the job.
Wow.
First gig, Vancouver, Canada.
Okay.
Right. I mean, I had just won Top Model December 12th. I remember the day. And I got this job in February. So excited.
That was wow.
So excited. So the devil tries it. Ooh, the devil tries it.
Always.
I got in a motorcycle accident, got hit by a huge envoy
What?
a week before I was supposed to go and shoot the show.
Are you kidding
I
me?
cannot make it up. I went straight out of the hospital. I was going to do this job. I left Jackson Memorial in Miami. This is where it happened. And I went to Vancouver, Canada.
Wow.
My mom met me up there. I was wrapped and bandaged on my legs all the way up. And my one episode turned into 8.
Come on, God.
Beautiful Megan Good. That was my first time working with her. It's how I know her to this day. And that was the beginning of my acting journey. After that, I went back. I was shooting. I was out doing Apple Bottoms and CoverGirl. Love my shoots.
Yeah.
Shout out to Susan Taylor over at Essence back in the day. Love my shoots. But there was something about that set in Vancouver that it had me.
Yes.
It's like a big fine man, you know. It just gets you. Yeah. Just sitting in the back of your brain, you can't forget about him.
Right.
So it's like that. And so I told my agent, I said, so are there any more auditions for acting? I said, well, we really don't do that.
Yeah.
We will feed over, but we really don't do that. So decided to get me an acting agent.
Wow.
And that's when Beanie Medina was like, you want to do this?
We're going to do it.
Let's do it. So
Let's do it.
that was in transition. And my first 2 big shows were House of Pain. Shout out to Tyler Perry.
Shout out TP.
First season.
Wow.
Beginning, the inception, 2006.
What?
And Young and the Restless.
Wow.
And God knew exactly what he was doing
He did.
at that time. Because the way in which Tyler, who is he's a mastermind.
Yes.
He is an absolute genius, the way he has learned how to refashion the idea of filming.
Absolutely.
The only other place that I see that films in that kind of speed are soaps.
Yep, exactly.
Soaps, we are 62 to 75 pages a day.
Yep.
Every single day. 6 episodes a week, one in a piece a day. So you do
Right.
1 in inserts. So I would do House of Pain, bang through those episodes.
Yeah.
Go to LA, bang through. So I was learning and getting
Wow.
the training at the same time. And I remember calling Vivica Fox, who had done Young and the Restless. And I said, Viv, what am I doing? Like, should I do this job? What do I do? It's first contract role they had up in 9-10 years.
Wow.
For a Black person. The only Black
Crazy.
woman they had on that show was Victoria Raw. So I replaced her and played opposite Christophe St. John,
Wow.
the late, great.
Yes.
Miss him. But that's when I learned. She said, go in, E, and learn everything you can. Use this like college. Use it as
Yeah.
your training ground. Learn how to learn quick, memorize. And that's my ministry.
Yes.
That's what I do well.
Yes.
I can read this book right here and regurgitate everything in that book to you.
Wow.
And I realized that's one of the keys to acting.
It
is
is.
understanding the story and having it in you.
Absolutely.
So Tyler Perry, being able to be as transparent as he was, learning this deal he did with TBS, crafting House of Pain, the Reuben Cannons, the Roger Bob, the way back when, you know?
Yes.
And him being so open to letting us learn it as he learned it. I think that was so key and fundamental for me. Working on Young and the Restless, I got to exercise those chops, but House of Pain, I got to sit and live in it.
Yeah.
Funny, we cried. It's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And it was the cultural piece I was missing.
Yeah. Absolutely. You're not getting that.
The
on
telling of
yeah.
our stories.
Yes.
So I had 2 shows, both paying well,
Wow.
both doing well. But there was something about that House of Pain. There was something about being able to live unapologetically Black.
Yes.
Not have to tuck in any of my chocolate
Right.
or cinnamon
Yes.
at all. And that's where it started. And from there, I've been very selective about making sure I do shows that show Black women as Black women.
Right. Like even wearing your hair as your character.
Yes.
Because we talked about that. You're like, this is a big thing for me. Like,
Yes.
can I wear my hair?
So on my current TV show, I remember starting the pre-production process. So I get the job, and so now we're going through the look. Who does this lady look like?
Yes.
Okay. Who is this gangster, but poised, business, but from the hood? Like, what does she look like?
Right.
And I knew she was buttoned up. But I wanted to say something when it came to the hair.
Yeah.
I wanted Black girls and women,
Yes.
moreover, to know that the way their hair grows out of their head is sexy, it is professional, it is
Yes.
beautiful, it is everyday, it is girl next door, it is funky, it is all of those things.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we put wigs on, wigs are beautiful. I think you and Cynthia Bailey, y'all two together, y'all are wig queens. No one can wear a wig like y'all. No one. But
that's some good company to be in. I like Cynthia.
That's my girl.
Yeah, she's so sweet.
But no one can wear wigs like you guys. And it also is not everybody's thing.
Yeah.
Some people don't have the access to it. People don't know what they're doing.
Come on now.
And I wanted my daughter, more so than anything, and young girls to know that your hair is fine.
Yeah.
Exactly how it comes out your head. It is fine. You don't have to tame it. Like Beyonce says, only a real one can tame me, and only the radio can play me.
Talk
you know
about
what I'm
it.
saying?
Yeah.
Like, so once you have that sense of, no, this is her.
Yes.
This woman is wearing locks. My production team, they wanted me to wear a wig and a bob. I was like, no, we're not doing that.
No.
And I fought, and I fought, and I fought. I know you got to choose your battles now.
You do.
Can't fight everyone.
No,
Everybody
you
not
cannot.
Khaleesi out here. But that was a battle I was willing to fight.
Yeah.
Because I wanted every frame, when I look back at this powerful, strong, amazing, feared, respected woman, to stand boldly in all her blackness.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
So yeah, we wear locks.
I love that. Now when you go on set, I know a lot of times when we work on sets, we don't see us in the rooms when it comes to hair, makeup, even wardrobe sometimes.
Yes.
We don't know our body types, our skin tones,
Yes.
our hair textures. Because you come from a beauty background, are there times where you find yourself showing the makeup artist?
Yeah.
Get it.
I had a whole party that was thrown for me from the glam department. I did a film with Yo Zach. We did a Deval Ellis. We did a Christmas movie for OWN. And thank God I was able to be a producer on there, so I had a little bit more room to talk.
Yes.
And speak up. I was wearing my locks. That was a non-negotiable. And I needed a loctician. Non-negotiable. Now we are in Ottawa, Canada. Ottawa, Canada is as big as this teacup. Okay? And this is how many black folks they got in Ottawa, Canada.
Stop it.
So, with that being said, you could only imagine how hard it was to find black glam.
Oh.
So difficult. I required that my makeup artist be a woman of color.
Yes.
Because I know she understands my skin.
Exactly. It's a thing.
It's a thing. Melanated skin is created different.
It is.
We are created different head to toe.
Yeah.
So I required a loctician. They couldn't find one. I went and found one out of a hair salon who had never worked a day on set.
Wow.
Ever. She was head of hair.
You found her or Robert found her?
It was a combo.
I got you, Robert.
It was a combo.
Robert's like,
Robert knew the assignment. But shout out to Nandy Sugar in Ottawa, Canada. She's from Toronto. She lives in Ottawa. And she has a hair shop. She does locks and she does hair. She knew nothing about set life. Last week marked 1 year she'd been on sets.
wow.
She has done nothing but set work. Her shop is doing its thing. She has done every movie that production company has had since then.
Are you
because
serious?
guess who the next star of the next film was? Gabby Sidibe.
Wow.
And they're us.
Yes.
They're us.
Yes.
Leading these films anyway. So
Wow.
started to use a little bit of my flex and wanted my rooms to look like they look at TPS and brought in a hairstylist. I brought a barber in from my co-star because they don't realize that black men need their edge-ups. You can't just put some hairspray and zhuzh us over. It's not that kind of party. Don't judge my friend.
Yes.
Okay, line him up. Where your credit card at? Line him up.
Line them up.
Get him right. My love interest. Make him right.
Yes.
And there was a point where we were doing a scene where we were supposed to be in the south side of Chicago. And we were doing a job fair, helping underprivileged people get jobs. And I looked around and all the extras, not one was melanated.
You're, where are we?
Not one person. And Deval's character is supposed to be helping these inner city people make money and get jobs. So I took my glam. I took their smocks off, their aprons, the pins and stuff,
Yes.
fixed their hair, and pushed them right into the scene.
I know
And I
that's
put them
right.
right in the forefront.
Wow.
Because the representation of us is not always there.
Right.
However, it is up to us to speak up so that it can get there.
Yes.
If we don't, how do we get there? How do you get a loctician on set unless you tell someone?
Yes.
Closed mouth don't get fed.
Sure don't.
So I just require, as soon as I start a project, what do you want? What kind of girl is she? Can I keep my hair?
Yes.
First question, can I keep my hair? If I can't keep my hair, great. What kind of period piece is this? Because we must be going way back in the day. We must be going somewhere far from here if I cannot keep this hair.
Exactly.
And I want to make it a new norm. I want to make it comfortable.
Yeah.
You know,
well, you're doing that.
Beautiful white women can come in with their hair exactly how they woke up, and it's fine. You throw some curls in it and call it a day. I'm going to come on set with my locks just like this, run me some edge control on my baby hair, and I'm going to go on and be beautiful just like me.
Hello. I know that's right. You talk about working with my Zach. How was it working with Kvle Ellis? Because that's one thing we have in common.
Kvle, let me tell you. Kadeen, you got you a good one, girl.
Yes.
Listen, I love that man. He is such a beautiful person. The way he loves his family.
Yes.
The way he loves his wife, Kadeen, who's now my wife too. He's not my husband. She's just my wife.
Right.
Just for clarity. But it is like no other. Yeah. He hungers and thirsts for this thing called entertainment. He loves it.
He does.
On a whole nother level. And the way he speaks life and brings life into a room, it's something you can't teach. It is either who you are or not. Since the first day on set when I met him, I realized you a fool just like me.
A whole fool.
A whole fool. He is so much fun. Yeah. He's so committed. I don't have to worry about his punctuality because I'm about being on time.
You are.
Don't mess up my lines.
Oh my! I was just talking about that. You do not play. You come to work and you expect from everyone else what you put into it.
Well, I expect what I believe they expect from me. I expect that from others. I don't expect anything more than what I will do.
Exactly.
From anyone, even when it comes to work, when it comes to a man, when it comes to friends. I don't expect from someone what I would not do for them or for myself. Right. So when I come to work, we have 120 people back here that have decorated this set, that have scouted this location, that have put these garments together, that have rigged these lights, that have done all of this to make this work for your moment. The least you can do is show up in your moment.
That's right.
And my moment coupled with this person's moment coupled with this person's moment is what we call a scene.
Yes.
So if we all get our moments together, we can make it work.
Oh my God, I love that. That's so true. I have the same sentiments about Kvle. Just amazing to work with.
So good.
So good, so passionate. He's a teacher. I feel like he teaches, he's a father too. Like the way he treats his boys and is always trying to like instill values and like, okay, do this. He has a story for everything.
A story for everything.
A story for everything. And he's very knowledgeable in a lot of areas.
He's a historian. He is a history buff, which I love playing.
People would not know that.
He is so smart. So smart.
Yeah.
But what I love about him too is he reminds us why we do this.
Yes.
It's because we love it.
We love it.
So there is no day you're going to leave set where you didn't find the fun and re-tap into why you're passionate about this.
Exactly.
Because sometimes you're so blessed and you get so normalized in this life that you forget that you're blessed.
Yeah.
You forget that you don't have to do this.
Hello.
You could stock shelves if you want to.
If that's what you want to do, yeah.
Because if you want this, let's act like we want this. Let's act like we do.
Yeah.
Let's feel it. And so that's one thing I love about working with him is that I pray for this dream. Yeah, I pray for the manifestation of this dream, to walk in what I'm walking in every day. And I am not, for 1 second do I forget that I am walking the dream that I dreamt and prayers that I prayed for. He answered them. And so the least I can do is to have gratitude in it.
Yeah, I love that. So you have a daughter and 2 boys.
I do.
Yes, so she's living kind of like in your footsteps where raised with boys.
Yes, yes.
Isn't that crazy?
It is so crazy.
So what are you instilling in, is it Marley?
Marley.
What are you instilling in Marley, who is raised with 2 little brothers, and she's the big girl?
Yes, she is.
Yes.
I just sent her a video today. She's with her dad. And I sent her a video, and I said, remember, when you walk out of the house, always be a lady.
Wow.
You are a leader, not a follower. You are the head, not the tail. And be kind. Yeah. Kindness. Kindness. It's so important. I remember I got a report from her school saying Marley, she talk a lot. She's a lot like her mom. She's a little talkative one. But she is the most compassionate person in the class. So there is a kid who's high functioning on the spectrum. So they're still in Mar's class, but when it comes to recess time and socializing time, Marley is like, she's like head of cheerleading, plays center basketball, like she's like the popular girl. And there's this one kid who is just really quiet, is on the spectrum. Marley, every single recess takes time and goes, it's gonna make me cry.
Oh no, I'm already tearing up.
I didn't tell her to do this. I didn't even know about this kid in her school. Marley takes time every day to go and sit with that kid, to play with that kid, to let that kid know they're special, that they're somebody, that they're seen. So for me, that's the stuff I want my daughter to learn. Not how to be this amazing actress. Not how to do all these amazing things that the world says are good, but be kind to people. You never know what someone's going through.
You don't. Oh my gosh. Yes, Marley.
You never know. Marley she has been here before. She's a different kind of a child. I remember when I got pregnant, I wanted a boy. So I'm so rough. I'm like, give me a boy, God, give me a boy. And God gave me Marley.
Wow.
And I didn't understand. I was like, I thought we had this conversation, God.
Lord,
This is a very pretty boy. What is going on? God knew exactly what he was doing.
Yes, he did.
He knew what he was doing with me.
Wow.
He knew what Marley would do for me. And he knew how Marley would change the world.
Wow.
So he cleaned me up and washed me up, renewed me so that I could make a way better version of me.
Ooh.
A way better version, because Marley is, she the one.
Oh
she
my
the one in
gosh.
the two.
In the two. I know that's right.
She's such a kind woman, little girl. And that's all I want for her. I want for my children to be kind. Yes, we would love to say, my kid's an engineer, a doctor, or architect, or created this. I want my child, when they meet their maker, for God to say, job well done. And to know that the foundation of that job was me showing her the righteous way. I feel like that, if I do that, I did my job. I've done my job as a mother. Because Marley is going to affect change in a way that's it's so crazy. And I had no idea she was that kind of kind. And I would tell her every day, be kind. She wears her shirts with big sunflower on it. Be kind is to be beautiful. Kindness is the new beauty. And she's so kind. She's so sweet. You look so pretty today. Oh, Mommy, she's just so sweet.
I love that.
So kind. So that's what I want to impart on my children, but my daughter especially. Because it will be reciprocated. Not necessarily by the person she gives it to. That's another thing I learned. A lot of time in life, we think that the person you give the love to is supposed to give it back to you. That's not how that works.
She literally just posted something about that.
That's not how that works.
That is not how that works.
You give love because your heart said and God said you were charged to give love. God is going to make sure you receive something of that level and magnitude, if not bigger, back. Not particularly from that person or that same source, but it's going to come.
It's coming.
Because if he can get a blessing through you, he's going to get one to you.
Hey.
So, listen.
So good.
So I just want my baby to be a blessing.
Well, she is, and you are too. You called me recently, I guess just last week, saying, I want to come to church with you.
I did.
You did. And what was it that made you say, I need to get in the house? Because I hear you quoting the scriptures, like you are very tapped in.
Yes, you know? I know the Lord.
Yes.
I know the Lord. He heard and hears my cries.
Amen. Hey.
All the time.
All the time.
It was you. You were the reason I wanted to, your light.
Okay, girl, you need to, don't.
Your light. Because you get church hurt. Easy. So you find yourself like, I'm cool on going to church. I know the Bible. Forward, backward, I can give you scriptures. Time to tithe. Let's go to Malachi 3:10. Bring y'all tithe to the storehouse. I got you. I'm ready. I'm ready for you. I'm ready for you.
Right.
But this daily walk, this human experience, this thing we call life.
It's tough.
That for Instagram, it's 15-second snippets and 30-second snippets. And that's not life. life is this thing that we are going through every single day, and it's ups and it's downs and it's rounds and it's rounds. And your light shines so bright. Your light shines so bright, Chris.
I was literally in tears before I came out of here. Now it's what we saw on Instagram, like literally crying before I came out here. And then I'm like, shake it off. You gotta shake it off. For the hour that I'm gonna sit here, or for the 15 seconds, I gotta smile for the camera.
Don't shake it off. Don't shake it off. Because your light has helped me through one of the toughest times of my life. And I don't even think you realize it, because it's just your light. When you turn the light on in a room, you don't realize that that's being lit over there too, and that has a little piece on it too. It's just your light.
Wow.
But if your light is on, it's gonna cast brightness on everything around you. So some of my darkest, ouchiest days, you just been bright.
Wow.
Around me. And you have inspired me to say, you know what? I don't know where she getting fed at, but I want to go there. I want to go there to the place that's pouring into you, because I'm feeling a little empty.
Oh, God.
So it's you. It was good because we got two of our other friends who go to church that day.
I know, we did.
And now they stuck with me. I'm about to be all up in there. Oh my God, I love that church.
Yes.
But I love the word.
Yes. It's so good.
And I think God's message a lot of times is a lot simpler than we make it.
It
is. The
is.
way we have indoctrinated church in our heads and our brains, sometimes it's like, oh, I don't want to be too long, or what, you know, I don't know what they're talking about. I need something relatable and applicable to the life that I live.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
The journey that I'm on, the walk that I'm on. And when I went to church with you, I feel like you told this man my whole life without asking my approval at all. You told him all that I was going through. I got to check my house because I think you got some fiber cameras in there, because he spoke directly to me.
Yeah.
I'm in my calendar like, okay, I'm out of town this Sunday. That Sunday I'm gonna be there. Like, I am so inspired because that date, that walk with Christ, I play my music every morning.
Yeah.
I know it's all about my mindset, but life be lifing sometimes.
Baby, lifing.
Life be lifing, and with the most positive minds and the best intentions, the devil be working. It just be hard.
It does.
It get real hard. So I just need you to leave it.
Like we in church again.
Yeah, just does that church.
Like, you got the Kleenex.
So I just needed something a little tangible.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I needed something tangible. I needed to be in the house. I needed to feel him around me. And having been church hurt, and then being who we are in business, and then living in a city like Atlanta, it's hard.
It's so hard.
So I'm like, God, I want to come.
Ooh.
But where do I go? So I go to my closet floor. It goes to the bottom of my shower.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I used to go into my basement. I don't even go to the basement no more. Deliver me from that.
Yes.
We don't go down there no more.
Yeah.
Stay up top.
Yes. Oh, yes.
But then God said, you know what? Come to me.
Jesus.
Just come here. But where do I go? And God said, call you.
God.
You was in town. You were available.
I was available like of all weekend because like we were both just out of town the week before.
Just the weekend before.
Yeah, and I watched. He had started that series when we were in LA, and I watched it in my bed. And Wednesday, before last Sunday, God was like, I could not shake it. He was like, watch it again. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay. So that's what I told Pastor. I was like, I had to double back on it because it was so good. I was just like, God, you are working on me right now.
Working on you, but he's using you too, because you are in the gap for me. I don't know if you know, but you are. You've been.
Oh my God. That's always my prayer. So to hear you say that, oh God. I always say, God, when I walk out of here, I just want people to see your light through me.
Yeah.
I know I'm not perfect. I know I don't have it all together. I'm still trying to figure things out. I still struggle with areas of my life and my faith walk, but I want people to see you through me, you know. So for you to say that,
I see him.
Wow.
I see him. He radiating through them baby hairs and them parts. Y'all up in there like some good grease.
Oh my God, I can't with you.
He is in there. Oh, you got me crying, girl.
Jesus. Oh. Whoa. Okay. Oh my gosh.
I know.
Yeah, take a sip.
Where do we go from here?
Oh, Lord. God, we got Robert crying, Dinorah sniffling, crying. Gosh.
Cal, the only one cool as a cucumber. He like, I'm used to this.
He like, here they go again.
All they do is cry. You get them there, all they do is cry. We need one more, you know, we'll ring it.
Hello. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
When it comes to what kind of mom I want to be, I think about my life now, not knowing that it was going to take this trajectory at all, and what I need to help me while I'm on my journey. Yeah. And it's that friendship. It's that knowing that you have someone, a prayer warrior that's praying for you always, but then someone you can actually call.
Yes.
And I want to be for Marley when she is a young lady in high school, choosing college, setting off into college, choosing who she wants to date, how she wants to date. I want to be that safe place for her to ask me about anything, absolutely anything. And I want to be able to give that to her, to be that soft landing space. And for myself, sometimes I feel like, who I'm gonna call?
Right. Yeah.
You know, that's just gonna listen, not preach to me.
Yeah.
Not tell me what I should do or what I shouldn't have done. Just be a soft space.
Yeah.
And so that's what I want to be for my daughter. Most importantly for my daughter, because if I'm not it for her, she will go look out in the world for it.
She sure will.
She will look for it through people, through material, through titles, through all these ideologies of greatness and of being loved and being held. So I want to be that for her. And I want her to know that no matter where she is, what's going on, mommy will always be there. Mommy always gonna be there. And I can't be there like God, because God is he a different one.
He is.
He a different one. He sits on my hotel room floors with me.
Yeah.
But I know for me, I find myself sometimes in such dark places where you just need somebody to talk to. Just somebody.
Same, yeah.
And I want to be able to be that person for my daughter. I don't want her to be afraid to speak to me. I don't want her to feel lectured. I don't want her to feel judged. I remember my boy, their dad would get mad because I used to say, I wish one of my kids are gay. And he was like, why would you say that? I said, because I think I would be a really, really good mom to a person with an alternative lifestyle.
Yes.
Not that I want to determine what their lifestyle looked like. I just wanted to be blessed with having a child that chose an alternative lifestyle, or God chose one for them, and I was the mom that was able to love them.
Because a lot of them don't have that.
And they go and search for other communities. A lot of my friends, my best friend is gay, and the way his mother loves him gives him a space to be free in who he is. And I know so many people who don't have that luxury, so they're caged in who they are, in their workspace, in their family, around their friends. They don't know their truth. They can't be their truth. They can't live in it. So I just want to be that kind of mom, whatever it is Marley wants to do in life. I mean, Walt Disney was considered an idiot in school. Why are you drawing this? This is not going to be. And now look at him now.
Hello.
I want to be the person that said keep drawing. I want to go buy them sketchbooks. I want to go, you want a new pencil? How you want to sharpen this pencil? Mommy got you some sharpen. I want to be that. I want to be the conduit, the circuit that makes her light continue to always shine.
I love that. Oh my God, Eva, baby girl. Did not know you was about to break me down like that today. You are everything. You carry many hats, you wear many titles, but wow, you just blew me away with your motherhood stories, your faith walk, the businesswoman that you are. You just everything.
Well, you keeping it positive. You know, you
I'm
done gave us a space. Thank you.
I'm trying. It's actually been a beautiful safe space for me.
Yeah.
Opening up. Me and Dinorah were just talking yesterday about how closed off I used to be. You know, and just very private and didn't want to let people in, thinking that as you ascend, that's the best way. I'm sharing everything else with the world. Let me just hold these things.
So I can have something to myself.
Something, you know, and not realizing the very things that you're holding back could help people.
Yes.
You know, so
yes,
that's what
but your operative word, and this is your beauty, is the safety. The safe place.
Yes.
So I feel safe talking to you.
Yeah.
Telling you my aches, my pains, my burdens, my woes.
Yeah.
You know, try not to get makeup on your beautiful white couch.
Well, I got something for that. Don't worry.
But you create a safe environment. And I think with all of the social media that's out there and all the things that we see, sometimes it feels unsafe. Like, can I post this? Should I not post this? What are they going to say? What are they going to think? If but this is a place where honesty prevails and the truth will set you free. So I appreciate the ability to just be me. I don't have to promote nothing. Don't have to do anything. I just tell my truth.
I love that. How are you holding up even with the strike? I know we're on strike. Are you good?
Strike is driving me crazy.
Oh my gosh.
I have to do I'm doing something later on to kind of educate people about the strike a little bit more in layman's terms. It's really frustrating, but it's also empowering to see. It's like COVID. I called it the great equalizer, where people realized I have a skill, I'm being underpaid, and I can figure out how to repurpose this skill and provide.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people, like the famines in the Bible, suffered.
Yes.
I don't think there is a person on this earth that did not know someone or know someone that knew someone that suffered really bad from COVID.
Absolutely.
What it also did is gave Black people, women and men alike, in the last 2.5 years are the biggest entrepreneurs. We have made more money. And I'm not talking about PPP loans. I'm talking about
be clear.
Actually realizing that I've been selling insurance for this company, making this much. I can start my own insurance company.
Yes.
Because I had to do it from home anyway for this company, the great equalizer.
Yes.
So for the writer's strike and the actor strike, I remember in 2008 when we had the writer's strike, we had the same kind of suffrage as far as families need to eat.
Yeah.
Billy Porter literally just sold his house.
Crazy.
Billy Porter.
Billy Porter.
He had been on Broadway. I've been a fan of Billy forever. People didn't even know who he was until Pose. The amount of money he made in Pose alone. But you got to realize he has to fuel his machine. He has to pay people. He's building things also. Yeah. So he's investing in himself.
Yep.
So that liquid changes.
It does.
And when you have a strike and you say, you can't write, you can't act, you can't work right now, that becomes debilitating for a large amount of people. Only 3% of actors are famous.
Yeah.
Only 3% of actors are actually famous.
Yes.
So the people you know, we the 3%. The rest of them are working, thriving actors that are not famous. They make regular wages and they're trying to figure it out. So the only thing that's exempt right now is, even background work.
Yeah.
People can't do. And they were only getting paid $50 a day.
A day. Yeah.
That $50 a day for 5 days a week, 6 days, if you found something on the weekend, it adds up.
Yeah.
Not making that money, this recession, everything being a lot more expensive. I just know that my God has a plan.
A big plan.
He has such a plan.
Yes.
He does. Because what we're striking for, which is the way the contracts look per streaming. My show's on a streaming platform.
Mine too, yeah.
I love it because I know the fact that everybody that's on here came here and paid to watch me. It's like a ticket price. Yeah, you know what I mean? This is not like, oh, I was sleepy, let's just go down. Like, they paid to watch that. Yeah. This is TV for us, by us, with our stories.
Yes.
So fighting to make that make sense for the actors, for the residual money.
Yeah.
What those dollars look like later, it matters.
It does.
So I'm just holding on.
Yeah, me too.
Not shopping as much. Not just playing. But I'm not.
Just playing, but I'm not.
And I always have 3 hustles. So
Yes.
thank God that I always have other things going on and other businesses that I'm working. But this strike, definitely keep everyone in your prayers.
Yes.
Georgia especially is a below the line state, which means if you're a makeup artist, you can work.
Yeah.
You don't have to be union.
You don't, yeah.
You can find this dream and you can work. Now you can't.
Yeah.
Even in LA, LA is destitute. Like, I mean, I know people that have traded their cars in to get cheaper cars, cars with electric cars, because everything, it's just,
everything costs.
we don't know when we're going to go back to work.
don't.
And not knowing when you're going to make money and having a family to feed is
Yes.
extremely, extremely daunting.
It is, yeah.
It can drive you crazy.
Like even in this time, I called Dinorah and I said, hey, I want to figure out more hustles. You say 3 hustles, I need other things to come in because I don't want this to be my bread and butter. I don't want to put all my eggs into this basket. Like I have investments and stuff, but when it comes to like other things I got going on, like I need something that's mine that I say I know I'm good. Whether
and maybe that's what God is doing in this time.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying. Like COVID, how everything He does, even if He allows, I said what God allows, because even if it look crazy, what He's gonna do on the other side, on the flip side, is gonna be so much bigger and better than you ever thought.
Goodness.
So maybe it is just taking that time to write more, because you said you wanted to write.
Yeah.
So now you got time, right?
I got time. I got a lot of time to do a lot of things.
You said you wanted to do this. Now do it.
Yes.
And it gives you time to fuel it. And then in no time, because God will honor the desires of your heart. He will honor them. He will. And if we want to get back to work, He going to let us get back to work.
Yep.
But when we go back, it's going to be better than it was before.
It will be.
It will be.
I can't wait.
I'm excited. I'm excited. I know the strike is tap dancing on a lot of us. My show hasn't shot in over a year and a half.
Wow. A year and a half? Oh my goodness.
Over a year. Yeah. Almost a year and a half since we shot.
So then this happens.
So
because you guys are supposed to be back to work now. We were supposed to be back to work now.
We're supposed to have a whole nother season shot.
Yeah.
So it makes me think about me. Okay, number 1. All right, you saved your money. What about number 2? Number 3? The numbers go all the way down to 45. What about all of the families that each one of those numbers represent? And that's just for the on-camera people on the call sheet. Flip that thing over,
baby,
and look at all of these names and all of these people that make this work. So many people are out of money right now.
Yeah.
But I do believe that God has a plan. I do believe that we are going to come out better for it.
Yeah.
And I do appreciate the solidarity with the guilds, the Writer Guild and the Actors Guild coming together, because that was a little different than in 2008.
It was, yes.
It's like that white chair in Alabama.
Yeah.
And they say us black folks can't stick together. If y'all ever wanted to know, we can stick together. Give me a white chair.
Yeah.
And talk some, pop some. I would swim across. That little boy was 16 years old.
Listen.
Swam across.
Swam across.
So we're gonna find a way. We're gonna make it. We're gonna figure it out. The strike is definitely tap dancing on a lot of our pockets. But I don't want us to lose hope.
No, you can't. This is when we really got to dig deep.
Yes.
Yeah, and have that faith.
Yes.
And keep hope alive.
Keep hope alive. Seriously.
Yeah.
It's gonna be okay.
It is. It is.
It's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
It'll
I
be
love
good.
it.
And I get to sit over here on the couch. See, if we was filming,
we wouldn't be able to do this. No, we wouldn't.
God knows exactly what He's doing.
He does. I'm even grateful for this. This is another way I can still be creative during this time. And so I'm glad everything happened he already ordered the steps.
Yes.
And I see it, I'm like, God, you've been working.
He's been working.
Yeah. He knew it was going to happen in January when this was, the idea was brought to life. So.
Well, you've been doing an amazing job. I don't miss an episode. I'm so excited.
Thank you, love.
So excited.
Thank you.
People think we go together. We're reposting you too much.
Right. We do.
We do.
We do go together.
So try me. I will vet you.
Period. Okay. All right, so we're going to get into my favorite part of the show. It's called Positive Outcomes.
Okay.
Where it's our open listener letter where someone writes in and asks us for advice, and then we give them advice.
Okay.
So this one says, hello, Crystal. Just wanted to start off saying I love you and your journey. You're so relatable on so many levels. I love seeing you on YouTube instead of having to wait on a new episode of Sisters or Zatima. I'm currently 33 years old and I've been married for 10 years. I have 2 children and I'm at a place where I feel like I've outgrown my husband tremendously. I don't receive the same support from him when it comes to my career as far as intimacy, and it's been, all caps, been gone. He doesn't know how to stimulate me mentally. Let me use that word. She said something else. Stimulate me mentally like the other guys. What other guys?
Right. Finish your letter. I'm ready.
The other
Finish
guys.
your letter.
Right. And still doesn't know how to. He doesn't show any effort to want to change or make things better. He just wants to go with the flow. He's not going to file for a divorce, but will sign papers, but also doesn't try to put any effort into saving us. I just feel like we aren't evenly yoked at this point in life, and there's nothing more I can do to save us. I am not happy at all. Should I stay or should I move on? What should I do? Help!
God,
Ashley.
are you listening? Ashley needs some help.
Ashley needs some help, honey. First of all, okay, first, thank you for writing in, Ashley.
Thank you.
I would say, I'm not married. You know what? I'm going to let you take this, Eva, because I'm not married.
It's a real space.
Yeah.
I'm no longer married. I was married. It's a different space. So you have been with this man since you were 23. You're 33. You're Jesus here. That is not an accident.
Ooh.
By nature, you were meant to grow. You're meant to change. He was meant to grow, and he was meant to change. By marriage, you were supposed to grow and change together.
Yeah.
And sometimes we're in a rat race of trying to do all these things to be a good wife or be a good husband. We forget the small things, the little things. I would not give you advice to stay or to go, Miss Ashley. You know that. You've been knowing whatever that is in your heart. You've been knew that. But what I will say is, after you've done all you can, you leave it to God.
Yeah.
You can only take a person to the well to drink. You can't force the water down their throat. You can teach him. I think that's one thing that I think is very important is communication. There is no expectation without communication.
Yeah.
You can't expect him to know that you don't like your ears kissed if you don't tell him, stop kissing my ear.
Right.
Hit the neck. I don't like the ear. It's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
You have to say something.
Yes.
So men are beautiful specimens, but y'all not the brightest sometimes and quick on hints. So sometimes you have to just lay it out.
Yeah.
I would advise you to be clear. Something tells me after 10 years of marriage and 2 children, you've maybe been as clear as a crystal ball.
Yeah.
Comfort does set in. And, you know, I read Michelle Obama's book, and she talked about how the better part of 10 years, her
Yes.
and Barack, she was not happy.
Isn't that crazy?
Crazy.
I was like, what?
For the better part of 10 years.
Yes.
But she wasn't happy, but she knew that this marriage was not just about the marriage. This marriage was about moving an entire nation and world forward. So she sacrificed her happiness in those years so that she can do her job, so that later that happiness was renewed. It was bring back 100-fold. That's Michelle's story.
Yeah.
Every story is different.
It is, yeah.
You have to know whatever your story is. For me, I had to choose me.
Yeah.
Myself in life, my personal happiness.
Yes.
Because my happiness is what fuels my children. It's what fuels the people that God has put on this earth for me to help bless and to be a vessel and a conduit for. So I chose me.
Yeah.
There have been times where I haven't chose me, and it didn't work out so well.
Yeah.
So, sis, Miss Ashley, you choose you.
Yes.
Whatever that means to you. Choose you for yourself and for them 2 kids. Because there's no amount of band-aiding you can do in a situation.
So true.
There's no amount of tiptoeing around. Kids are way smarter than you think. And he ain't gonna go if you don't make him. So,
Like she said, yeah, he's not going.
if he's comfortable
Yep.
It sounds like you're the uncomfortable person in the mix. He's not uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So this is your decision to make. But know that there is no wrong decision. And one thing my mommy always tells me is even if you mess up and make a bad choice, it was your choice to make. And you can get up, God willing, and make another.
Yeah, wow.
So it's okay. Whatever your choice is, no one else is your walk. Only you live in your head and your heart. Only you live in your head and your heart
That's
every
it.
day.
Yeah.
So no one can tell you how you're supposed to feel and what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
You do what you want to do.
I love it.
And you know what that is.
You know what to do.
You know what to do.
Thank you, Ashley. Thank you. That was amazing. Perfect advice, Eva. So now we're going to do the part of the show where we say what I'm going through and what I'm growing through.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll start off. I am going through, right now, today, just seeing things from other people's perspective, especially people in my life that sometimes I get so caught up in, this is what I meant by this is how it is, but not seeing how it makes somebody else feel. You know, so I'm going through that and communicating, learning how to properly communicate. So I guess that's what I'm going through and growing through.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yes, yeah.
That's good. Communication key.
It's key.
It's so necessary.
Yes, it is.
It's so necessary. And people can't assume.
No.
You can't assume that they know.
Right. Yeah.
So that communication is so key.
It's big, yeah.
What I'm going through is learning how to be pampered and live the soft life. I have been a thug my whole life.
Thug life.
Thug life. I have hustled and tried to figure it out for so long that I feel like I got away from my softness. And not being a girl with fluffy hair, but I'm always the I got it person.
Yeah.
I got it. I'll do it. I got it. Learning how to sit back and say, you know what? I'm gonna let you do it.
Yeah. Ooh.
Learning to be pampered for me, especially in relationships, that has never been my reality.
Yeah.
So now, especially in like dating, learning how to be like, you know what? Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Absolutely.
So that is what I am going through.
Yes.
And what I am growing through is taking my moments. Everything doesn't have to happen at once.
Yeah.
And having gone through a divorce, for me, 24 hours is a long time of a day. And you go through a range of emotions.
Yes.
And you charge yourself, or I charge myself sometimes, like today has to be a good day. Being a good day doesn't mean you're not gonna stumble in the day.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you're not gonna need a reset in the
Yes.
day. I reset like 15 times in a day.
Yes.
I do. I press that little button like, all right, let's shift back.
Right.
Because your emotions, your life, you'll get a message.
Yeah.
And that message will just change
everything.
But does it change everything, or do you let it change
You let
everything?
You allowed it to happen.
So I stopped letting these little moments take my joy, because the joy is in the journey anyway.
It is.
Right?
Yep.
It's like prom.
Yes.
You get ready for prom, and you go with your friends, you get your nails done, and what color you wearing? You're going to wear the same color, you wearing different colors, you riding together.
Right.
Your mama, how much money my mama got for the limo?
Right.
So you're going to get all your little stuff together. The joy is in that journey. Because once you get to prom is like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Can't find your friends, your picture look crazy, your little curl done fell down. You know, the joy was really in the journey.
Yes. Wow.
And we're looking at that end, and I'm learning to have joy in my journey.
I love
Instead of just looking for that thing at the end and just head down, blinders on like a horse and just trying to get there. It's like, no. Pull off the blinders, look around.
Ooh.
There's a flower. Oh, there's a chair.
Wow.
Maybe you should relax and smell it. Learning to take my moments, to really take my moments. They're for me.
They
I
are.
can miss them,
Yeah.
or I can hold them. So
You're choosing to hold them.
Yeah,
I
I'm choosing
love
to
that.
hold them.
So good, Eva. Oh my gosh, this has been so good.
I love you.
I love you too.
We could do this all day.
We literally could.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Who needs therapy?
Like, right, when we can
No.
just sit on the couch. We still need therapy.
I want your therapist. All right.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
She wants.
What number? What episode was that?
That was Navigating Anxiety with Dr. Delaney Zimmerman.
Dr. Zimmerman. She spoke to my heart like the pastor spoke to me at church.
Wow.
She's an amazing therapist.
She is.
But this couch is like therapy. What you are doing, you are your own doctor, baby mama Crystal. You are the good doctor out here winning souls for the Lord.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I do. I'm on fire for the Lord. We do a little thing before we close out called Keep It Blank, Sweetie.
Okay.
And I'm going to take from young Marley.
Okay.
Keep it kind, sweetie.
Yes.
Yeah. Keep it kind.
Keep it gracious, sweetie.
That's good. I love it. Wow. Oh my gosh, Eva, thank you so much.
Thank you.
This was so good. Guys, I hope this episode blessed you the way it blessed me. Whew, I know you're gonna need your Kleenex, and you might want to run this one back because it's so good. Eva was dropping gems on this one. If you want to write into our Positive Outcomes listener letter, write into keepitpositivesweetie@gmail.com, and that is sweetie with an IE. You can follow Kips on all platforms, and you can also follow me at LUV, Crystal Renee, on all platforms. And Eva, please tell the people where they can find you.
You can find me at Eva Marcille on all platforms.
That's right. All right. Guys, in the meantime, until next time, you know what to do. Keep it positive, sweetie.
Bye.